Hey everyone, happy new week. So, what I wanted to do this week was the same as what I did last week, just sort of a general feel of the energy out there, what to expect, what's upcoming, the best way to handle it. I had originally talked about doing a video on creating a space. It's kind of like a meditative zone where you can go in for really deep sessions. Good place for guidance, good place to get a lot of intuitive insights, and it's surprisingly a good place to go in and do a lot of energy healing too. I tried to do it on video, but I'll tell you right now, I'm never going to be the guy who's able to do like a guided meditation. It felt really fake to me. It felt weird. It's definitely not something I can do. So I am going to throw something up on my blog about it just to give you some tips and tricks on how to create this space. Hopefully, I'll have that up there by midweek, maybe Thursday at the latest. So keep your eyes out for that. But for this particular week, I feel it's going to be super busy. It's going to be one of those weeks where you feel like you're on the go from the beginning all the way through the ending. There's sadly going to be some opportunities to feel overwhelmed. There's an opportunity here to let emails get lost in the shuffle or important communications. You could potentially miss phone calls that are coming through. So the main thing here is you just really have to make sure that you keep yourself organized, keep your priorities in order. If you don't have like a task list, create one. I do one for daily stuff and weekly stuff. Not only does that make sure I get everything done, it also sort of provides you with that sense of accomplishment that you've done something. That way, the brain doesn't get scrambled, things don't go crazy up there, and you actually get through the week and get everything done. But on a more important note, if you start feeling really, really overwhelmed or stressed out, things are really, really getting to you, go take 5, take 10, take a half an hour. Take whatever time that you need to get your energy back in order. It's going to be important that you decompress when you need to, and then you can come right back and jump right back on task. Now, for the folks out there that are a little bit sensitive, you're in tune, maybe you're empathic, whatever you want to call it, other people's stress has the tendency to hit us as well. So if you feel something coming into you and you know it's not you and you know it's not the mindset that you started your day with, let that go right away, because these things will start sticking to you more and more, and it's going to drain you, it's going to bring you down. It can legitimately make you feel physically sick too. The effects stress and anxiety, what they can have, especially on folks like us, is devastating. As an example, last September I was working in a job and I was just surrounded with all of this really, really nasty negativity. I mean, there were charlatans everywhere. The people running it were shady. They were gaslighters. It was a 24/7 operation, so I was just constantly chained to the work. Now, don't get me wrong. It had some good moments, but for the most part, it was just overwhelming me. Then the next thing I know is weight started falling off of me. I lost like 20 pounds. I could barely eat. I had pretty much convinced myself that this was the end. Things were over. And that happened because I'm the type that ran to the computer and started looking up stuff on like WebMD. That's like a terrible idea. You can go there for the tiniest thing, like a cut in your leg, and it's going to be like, nope, infection, dead. So stay away from that type of stuff. For me, I went to the doctor. The doctor was like, it's anxiety. I didn't believe him, which is ridiculous because somehow I thought that I knew more than the medical professional. And then I went through another major test, which I was really scared about, and they're like, everything is fine. And then the doctor came up to me and he's like, dude, you need to calm it down. You need to find a way to let go of that stress, let go of that anxiety so that you can start thriving again. So I ended up leaving that job, going down a new path. And once I did that, things just magically changed. Sometimes when we have to start something new in order to get everything back, especially when we're stuck in a situation that brings us no joy whatsoever. Now, for me, I'm going through something similar now. It's a different type of stress, but I don't necessarily think it's at the same magnitude as what it was last September. And I think I'm starting to manage things a little bit better. I don't run to the pantry and decide to bake a cake. I started doing that wellness program that I talked about. I started doing some yoga, which it's really, really hard. I thought I was flexible, but I learned quickly that I am not. But I'm going to keep on with it. It's a lot of fun. It helps me release a lot of stuff. So if you don't have a health regimen in place or like a wellness regimen, make sure that you get one. Self-care is critical. And then the last thing for this week is there's also an opportunity for something new to come in your way. This could be more of like a collaborative type effort. I'm not 100% sure what that would be since this is more of a general feel for the week, but keep your eyes out for that. And that's going to make it even more important to make sure that you keep yourself organized, keep your priorities in order this week, just simply due to the fact that you don't want to miss this new opportunity when it comes to you. So overall, very, very busy week. Decompress when you need to. Keep yourself on task, keep your priorities in order, and stay organized, and you'll get through it fine. And then at the end of the week, make sure you take time to fully let go, fully decompress. Whether you want to just chill and watch some movies or go hang out with a friend or play games or whatever it is that you do, just make sure that you let it all go on your weekend so you don't jump into the new week with the stress from the week prior. That's just a recipe for disaster. But I also want to throw down a few cards. I just recently picked up this new deck. It's called Tatiana's Fortune Cards. It's very masculine, as you can see, but these cards are amazing. Normally with Lenormand, you don't give credence to things like imagery or colors, but what comes out on these, you really have no choice but to do that. I've done a couple career readings for folks with these, and the level of detail that pops out is, to me, is just extraordinary. My only complaint with these is these cards are paper thin. I may have to get them laminated or something like that, because I'm genuinely worried I'm going to like manhandle them and bend them all up and just screw them up. But regardless, it's an amazing deck. So I'm just going to shuffle them here for a second, and we'll throw down 3. So interestingly enough, the first card that pops out here is the Moon. I think we saw the Moon last week too. That's a card of emotions. It's a card of reputation. It's a card of things happening sometimes at night. But I think this is a little bit more in relation to emotions getting overwhelmed. Because what we have next here is the Coffin. Now the Coffin, that's not exactly a good card. That's something coming to an end. It's a hard stop, or it could also represent something that is really, really low and not good, and things that are really, really affecting you. And then the last card here is the Mountain. The Mountain is a card of obstacles and challenges and things that sort of get in your way. Sometimes it's difficult to get all the way over that mountain. So what I really get from this is, again, make sure that you keep your emotions under control. Don't let it get to the point where you just get numb and you basically feel like you're going to collapse, because you're going to lose your oomph and then you're not going to make it over the mountain. It's really no different here than what we saw before. So this week, very busy. Always keep yourself in order. Start a new health, or like a new wellness program if you don't already have one. Stay organized, stay focused, and you'll get through it just fine. And then keep your eyes out for that new opportunity that's coming your way. And that's really about it for this week. I'm still really new to this, so I haven't decided yet what else I want to put on this channel. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to take a look at it. I'm probably going to continue on with these weekly reads, but there is some other content I would like to add as well. So if there's anything I can do for you, again, don't hesitate to visit my website. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope all of you have a really, really great week. Bye for now.